morning, everybody. Today, we've got Jon Cook in the house. He is a Keynote Content. I would say Keynote Content driver. I'm going to learn more about him in just a moment. And I can tell you this much, I'm having fun already because we're going to have an amazing conversation. So aloha, Jon. Welcome.
Thank you. Aloha, Mamie. It's great to connect with you and appreciate the opportunity to share on the Leveraging Up podcast. Let's do this.
That's right. So, Jon, this is what I'd like you to do. Talk to me about what drives you. What's your passion?
Sure. I love connecting with people who have a message that they know can change the world, but they're successful and stuck. Maybe they've done well for themselves and they have say like, okay, been in this industry for a while and I've seen a great track record of results for my clients, but now with the different advent of technology, AI disruption, whatnot, or maybe I've just burned out. Maybe I don't quite feel like myself anymore. I want to get a fresh wind, a fresh fire. I know I can still help people get a better future. I'm just not quite sure how to talk about what I do. That's when I love stepping into that and saying, let's make sure your message gets in front of the right people. That's what gets me out of bed. That's what gets me fired up to be here and talking with you today.
Oh my God, I can feel the fire. We're lighting the place up here, guys. So, Jon, I know you got a lot to talk about. So go ahead, tell me more.
Sure. Well, what I've found is that many people who are in the industry expert space, people who are coaches, consultants, advisors, health and wellness practitioners, people who have that message, have that expertise. What I found is they say, I have the technical expertise, but I don't have the way that I'm packaging that in a message that I know is connecting with people and stands out from the noise. I mean, you've probably seen all these stinking things we have where it's driving all this content. It's all noise, noise, noise. And people say, I feel like I'm just getting buried under this avalanche of noise and content. But how do I slash through that noise? How do I make sure that I show that this is purposeful, this is different? And then package my expertise in a way people say, that makes sense. I see that's for me. And I know that you can help me get where I want to go. That's where I see the most opportunity moving forward.
My goodness, that's a lot, Jon. How do you find your clients?
I love leaning into not just referral marketing, because I love building out with centers of influence and different connections. So people who are naturally in these different spaces with people who are my ideal clients. I'm a natural content creator. As you can see, I've got this Energizer Bunny type of energy. That's one where I love doing it. So being able to create ongoing content inside LinkedIn, YouTube, I love connecting with people. My word for 2025 is connection. Connection, connection, connection. Not just connecting for the sake of being able to talk with people, but saying, who are the right people that I know are the right fit, that I know I can connect with, that are looking for my expertise, or are with people that there are opportunities that are out there that we can collaborate together. Because when we bring in abundance into connection, there is magic that happens.
Magic that you talk about. When you are looking for magic and you're transferring that into your clients, what are some of the things that you're looking for? What are the things that you are watching for?
I'm looking first and foremost for people who care. I like saying it's a high give a darn factor, because you can't fabricate it. You can try to synthesize it, but people will smell through. It won't pass the sniff test, right? You can tell who's there, but then you can also tell who's got it. Let's say you're showing up, even if you're not well known yet, you're well aligned. And I'm so focused on fit. Fortune follows fit. If you know you're going to be helping people and they care about making a difference, not just making a dollar, that's the first factor that I look for. But I also look for somebody who believes in what's possible, because possibility is infectious. The fact that if I can see any amount of time on my calendar this week, I could meet with any variety of people. I could meet with people from all over the world. Through technology, we can have those connections, and I can help you meet other people in different parts of the world. And who knows what the possibilities are when we limit what's possible by not stepping out, by not having that opportunity, by not getting on that plane, by not getting inside that sales meeting or that conference. We start to put a governor on our potential, and life's too short to govern your potential.
Wow, you gave me a whole lot of magic words here, Jon. Well aligned. Yeah, well aligned. Fortunes follow fit. Whoa. Right? Possibilities. Now, what happens when someone comes to you and they may not have one or a couple of those things? Some of the things that you take on?
I love giving people a chance to self-select themselves off my calendar. We have a purpose paradigm that we include with Keynote content that all prospective clients have to read through. And one of the lines is, life is too short to work with jerks, so we don't and we won't. I make no apologies for that. It's not saying that you can't have a bad day. I have plenty of bad days. Okay, that happens. But when you consistently show up with that energy, I'm like, no, 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 no. So in part of our intake process as well, saying we're likely the right fit if, or we're likely not the right fit if. Like if you feel like you have to be the smartest person in the room, you have to feel like you have learned everything there is to know. If you have to be the loudest voice, you have to be the one who has all the answers, we're likely not the right fit. Because I want to also lead with that same energy of going, I don't have all the right answers. I am not the smartest person in the room. If I am the smartest person in the room, I'm in the wrong room consistently. And what that does is that really, I think it gives a gracious opportunity for us to make sure, what can we do together? And for somebody who is shown, maybe it's not as obvious that they're heart-based. Okay, I like giving people the opportunity to show me who they are. And when people show me who they are, I tend to trust them.
Wow. Trust is a really big word there, Jon. And I love the fact that before you even said trust, you had a lot of lead-ins there. And you had me at alignment. And also understanding what that why is. Why do we get up in the morning? What's that drive that nobody else can knock down for us? Because when they do, we don't just lay down, we just get up and go again.
Sure.
Now, take a look at some of the people that you've met over the years. Is there one story that might stand out for you?
I have been so blessed to work with incredible people, connect with people literally all over the world on 7 continents. That's not exaggeration. Yes, Antarctica as well. Very blessed. What stands out to me is the people, not necessarily any one story at this moment, but more like this, the opportunities I have now is because I happen to be standing on the shoulders of giants who were mentors in my life. Any business person, it doesn't matter what age you are. I had a client that he's now since passed, but he was 87. He was looking for a mentor on social media. He said, I'm looking for somebody who wasn't born when I retired. It wasn't alive yet when I retired. I was like, holy cow, that perspective for me stands out as I'm constantly looking for these memories and these moments. It's going, what am I stitching together in my brain from the wisdom of others that turns it into a bit of a fabric that I can help share with my kids, with my wife, my clients, my friends, my community. And it's not just one moment, but it's what is the picture that I'm stitching together for life? So I know it's not the answer you're quite looking for, but that's what I believe is what I need to share at this time.
Oh my God, that answer, Jon, stitching together. It's like putting the threads of all these wonderful experiences that you've put together. Priceless.
Absolutely.
Priceless. You know, through all of this, is there any one lesson that really sticks out for you that you learned and you are implementing now?
I love Steve Martin, the classic Steve Martin Short, very much a funny man. And what I took, one of the things that's just not necessarily, I always have kind of like this revolving door of business lessons and life lessons that kind of keep smacking me in the head because I keep forgetting them type of thing. There was a master class that Steve Martin did. He talked about comedy. And a phrase that he said, instead of focusing, how do I get booked as a comedian? How do I get good at what I do? If you are constantly sharpening your saw, to quote Stephen Covey, if you are constantly working on your craft, you will never lack opportunity in business. You can make all the connections, but focus on your craft. That's what I'm leaning into.
Then lean a little closer because that was amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, Jon, you know, It's amazing to hear that you're not only implementing all the lessons that you've learned over the years, but you're having fun doing it.
That's so much fun. Life and business, it's just fun. It is so much fun.
With that fun, Jon, what I'd like to do is ask you, can I actually book a longer session with you in the near future?
Absolutely. You can go to keynotecontent.com. You can fill /intake. And that's just let me know. Tell me a little bit about your business. It takes less than 3 minutes to fill out. That's where I send everybody who wants to have a conversation with me. Great. You want to connect, whether a prospective fit or not. It's one where tell me a little bit about yourself. We hop on a call. Anytime I hop into a conversation with someone, I like saying, like, let me wrap my mind around what matters to you. Because I can ask all sorts of questions. I love being able. I've been a podcast host before. I dabbled for about 20 episodes just to see if I like it. And I love it. But it's one where it gives me an opportunity to say what matters to you most, because then I like to connect you to opportunities and people that I believe aligns with that matter.
Aligning with what matters.
Mhm.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Is there any way that our audience listening in could get a hold of you?
Absolutely. You can go to keynotecontent.com. It's one where I actually have a free gift for your audience. I hope that's okay. You can go to keynotecontent.com/assessment. And part of this is that I put together what I call the Expert Elevation Assessment. And after working with close to 1,500 coaches, consultants, trainers, podcasters, YouTubers, people who are the subject matter experts, I said, what if I can, I'm a data mind. I'm an engineer living in a bit of in an entertainer's body. And so I go, what if I can track the metrics and the habits that seem to matter the most for creating the results that people crave? And if I could track that and then ask questions that assess somebody's alignment with key areas that contribute to actual impact and income, and people could then figure out, here is how I'm doing relative to the baseline, and then know here's what to do next. That's the key part. So this assessment, you go through, it's multiple choice, it's 45 questions. Again, it takes about 5-6 minutes. You can race through, click if you want. But at the end, you get 9 traffic lights that correspond to 9 different. So it's a red, yellow, green, or for our Australian, New Zealand friends, a red, orange, green, as it were, aligns with 9 key areas about impact, about your message, about marketing, about speaking opportunities, about your target market fit. And so you can know if I have 5 reds, 2 yellows, and 2 greens, here's what to do next to raise the reds to a yellow, yellows to the green, and reinforce the greens. keynotecontent.com/assessment. Absolutely free. It only costs you your name and your email address. And I promise, Scout's honor, I'm not going to spam.
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I asked that question one more time from you, because you had more to give us there. You know, everybody, this is your voice, your story, your impact. It's leveraging up. And I can tell you this much, Jon Cook has the tools. He's got the energy for all of us to help you leverage up. So for now, we're going to say goodbye and have an amazing day.
Thank you, Mamie. It's an amazing opportunity. Let's create a great future, and it's a bright, bright future.